cricket, lovely cricket. At last where I saw it. Cricket, lovely cricket. At last where I saw it.
I'm afraid the English weather has got up to its old tricks again, and the third day's play in this fascinating test match at Lord's has been abandoned. It rained all day, and there simply was never any question that there was going to be a chance of any cricket. England were 111 for 2 at the close on the second day, in reply to New Zealand's 378, so they were 267 runs behind, with Joe Root on 42 and Burns on 59. And I think now, obviously, a draw must be the favourite for this result, but probably the rain has meant that if either side are going to win, New Zealand have much the better chance, because they are likely, I think, now to build up quite an important first innings lead, which will give them the chance to declare and then leave England an awkward total on the last day. But all the same, a lot has got to happen in 2 days if we are to get a result now. But these blank days gives one the chance to reflect really on the state of the game in England. And one of the things that well, I don't know. I don't somehow think it's quite right, but I'm not quite certain what we're going to do about it. For this test match, England left out a number of their senior players who had been playing in the IPL in India. Fair enough. Why shouldn't they go and earn big sums of money? But the IPL now is dictating everything. And if the good players are left out of the England side, it means that results in this series against New Zealand, who have themselves, of course, got in, they're one of the 2 best test sides. I mean, they're playing India in this test championship final at the Aegeus Bowl in the next couple of weeks. But the fact is that they are playing a distorted England side. And if New Zealand beat England, it's not really, I suppose, a fair result, with such people as Stokes and Wokes and the others all missing. And it means that, too, that Test cricket, of course, is always the Aunt Sally. It's giving way to the interests of the one-day game. And I think the Indians were trying to rearrange the bits of the IPL that were postponed because of COVID, and we're hoping that England might rearrange their home test plan. Dates, which have been so long organised. I mean, it really was outrageous. And then, of course, we've got this year the new 100 competition coming in, which is going to complicate things still further. I mean, we got an absolute plethora of one-day matches in the middle of the season. We've got not only the 100, we got 50-50, we've got 20-20, and I'm probably surprised if that's the only 3 competitions, but no one knows where we are. It's all a dreadful mess, and the poor old county championship, the only 2 innings competition which provides adequate practice for Test cricket, has been relegated to the start of the season in April to the end of the season in September, very largely. It means that when it comes to the middle of the season and Test players get out of form, they don't have the chance of going back and playing 2 innings cricket for their counties and getting back into form. And I think this is a great tragedy, because Test cricket is the gold standard of the game. It may not bring in as much money as the other shorter forms of the game, but I think Test cricket, as I say, is the gold standard. And if one-day cricket was to trample on Test cricket and Test cricket disappeared, I think the overall standards of the game would sink so alarmingly as to make one wonder whether cricket would go on like that, just as a one-innings game, for all that much longer. I don't know that it would. I don't know that it would hold the public's attention as it now does. And I mean, in terms of the game, Test cricket is sort of the strong banisters that hold the game together. And although, as I say, it may not be the most popular form of cricket, it is, I think, a very, very crucial part of the game. And if it was to go, it would be deeply saddening and could, I think, spell really the end of cricket as we know it. That's rather a somber thought on a wet day, but there we are. one has to think of something, doesn't one? And I hope tomorrow morning we'll have bright sunshine and leading to a really good day's cricket on Saturday, the fourth day of this interesting first test between New Zealand and England.
Cricket, lovely cricket, at last where I saw it. Cricket, lovely cricket, at last where I saw it. Yardley tried his best, Goddard won the test. They gave the crowd plenty fun. The second test